All right. Nice tag going down right here. More and more disruptors on the way. You know, one thing I like about this unit comp from DRG is it, well, hold on. Ooh. He might actually end up dying from it, but like, against this many disruptors, if you can, you know, if the game doesn't go too poorly for you, if you can eventually get into Broodlords, that's going to be really nice. Because Broodlords, I heard, are good against disruptors. Yeah. I even checked it out a couple games, and yeah, they were.
Well, you know, Hero's starting to make a splash here on the map. Question is, can he actually take out this pretty sophisticated defense here?
Oh,
whoa.
So he's trying to pick off this Observer, but disruptors don't even need Observers to blow up Lurkers.
Yeah, that's true.
Just look at where those spines come from.
Not always the easiest thing to see, though.
Yeah.
Especially on creep, but he's going to come out now. And he's going to try to come in on this angle over here. And we have some really good disruptor usage right here on top of these Lurkers, doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, this is doing absolutely awesomely. We do actually have the...
Oh,
my God.
Man.
Huge disruptor hits. DRG might be dead RG Tasteless.
Yeah, I think you're right. He takes out the hatch. Mission accomplished. 3-base Zerg against 4-base Protoss.
Yeah, he's got so many disruptors. I actually don't want to see him make anymore. We do have a big warp in here in the main base, actually pulling away from that layer, going after the Lurker that comes in.
Probably would have been better to get the layer, but whatever.
DRG, though, is down to just 3 bases, and this is obviously a huge issue.
Yeah, he's actually effectively dismantled him.
Yeah, he's got like a very good and scary army, but against this many disruptors, I don't think he can do too much. Like, if a hero meets him part way out and uses 1 disruptor shot at a time, I can't imagine DRG getting anything done.
Yeah, the big issue now is that Zerg can't really counterattack. That's so many disruptors.
Yeah, defensively they're insane. You have to commit into someone to attack them. Disruptor balls will blow that up.
He's going to come up, though, anyways. Now, did he overmake disruptors? I almost want to say yes. I don't know if you need this many in this matchup, but we're all still learning here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, getting some good damage done with them so far. Oh, my God.
Yeah, oh,
my God.
He just can't get in there.
I tell you,
There's
right
just, like,
now,
no way.
Right now, DRG is so angry at this unit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, my, everything just blew up so badly there.
I mean, all Hero has to do is regroup and then push out again.
You know, this is really good against this style DRG tried to use here, because the Observers just don't matter as much. Definitely, you know, the thing is he was using this a lot against Hush, who was not using as many disruptors, was using more Immortal-based type armies, and I mean, then the Lurkers are basically invincible.
All right, actually takes out that Oracle. Now he's going to push in here again. Remember, every time Zerg loses a Lurker, it's bad. That's it, GG. Yeah, there's no way Hero could be stopped there. Great job by Hero actually winning that game.
Yeah.
He might be able to move on and play off against Sue now.
It is definitely possible. Tied up 1-1. Finally, we have a close series coming in. And, you know, if he can play like that again, that was some really solid, just good play all around.
No, for sure. DRG definitely going to be salty about that loss.
Yeah, he had a lot of things blow up to disruptors there.
And also, Hero was not quite on top of everything. He had like all these opportunities to harass, and his army was just like sitting there, you know?
All right, looks like we're going to be going into our 3rd map, Tasteless.
All right,
it's going to be Laralac Crest.
Let's see what happens. One of our 2 players is about to be eliminated from the GSL. This is a fight for your tournament life, and it doesn't end here as Sue is waiting in the 5th match to try to prove that once again he can move on into Codas. 3 players left now, and only one is going to move on to the round of 16.
4, 3, 2, 1.
In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Hero.
in the upper left, in the red, soon to be on our screen.
In the upper left in the red, Hero's Hair.
Hero's Hair, yes. In the upper left in the red, he is
Domegu.
Ooh, is he going to get the deny this time? Get wrecked. No hatchery for you.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying for DRG, but gonna go ahead and take this as natural.
Very fortunate probe scout there, able to scout and deny.
Yeah.
Don't get that very often on a 4-player map.
That's really annoying, especially considering this is not even necessarily a base that DRG would want to take. Based on how DRG has played tonight, I assume that this was the base he would take as his third.
Right.
Because he played Saris kind of like that, where he's like, okay, yeah, I know that, you know, maybe this is closer to Protoss, but this is what I want to do anyways.
Well, the drone is going to keep chasing that worker around, and a pylon goes down. This is looking very good for Hero. Already a good setup here to start things off.
Yeah.
Do you let the pylon finish?
Yeah,
I
would
so,
let it finish,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
Because your opponent obviously wants to take that base right away. Like, if they took the other one, well, I mean, I guess you can cancel it, but
Yeah,
probably start it again.
I thought he lets it finish. Oh!
Yeah. See, like, there wouldn't be Zerglings to kill that for a lot longer.
That's why,
right
yeah,
now,
when you
so
look at the pool,
I
it's like-
personally would have absolutely let it finish
I
or
let it
restarted
finish,
it.
then I make a gateway there. So you really can't expand there.
Make a Dark Shrine there.
I make a dark, yeah.
And then you realize that
What
he
I do
doesn't
is,
need
like-
detection to see a Dark Shrine. You're like, oh, I'm so bad.
What I do is I cancel the pylon and I make a nexus there because that takes even longer to kill, but I don't
my
factor
God.
in the fact that that's way too much money and not cost effective. So we're going to have, as par for the course,
Making a simulator on his gas and his natural. You're like, ha.
what's up now?
It's like, that doesn't block anything really tasteless. He doesn't need that gas yet.
You're just wasting money now. You're confusing building stuff in his territory with inherently being good, and it's not the case. We have a Robo Bay coming up here, by the way. That can usually mean a lot of things, by the way. That doesn't have to mean aggression, but it can.
Yeah, and I think he is going to get very aggressive with this, if I had to guess, especially considering he blocked the hatchery and kind of forced this one over here, right?
Yeah.
It just makes sense that he would want to do something like this.
Well, it's harder on the drones when they're trying to retreat. Oh, he's got to be careful. He could end up losing this.
I wonder what he's going to end up doing with this Robo. Like, is he just going to get a fast Prism? Maybe
I'm
go
not
for an
sure.
Immortal push?
Or do some weird drop stuff on the ramp.
I'd like an Immortal push. I think that'd be
yeah,
cool.
I think an Immortal Push is totally fine.
He hasn't really taken gases yet, though.
Well, it looks like he's going to have just enough for Warp Prism. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to do.
Nothing. Just have a Robo. Okay, there it is, the Prism. All right, well, at least DRG sees that he has a very quick Robo here. He can't be too surprised with that in these close spots. Like, obviously, Stargate is more normal in the metagame, but it's going to be hard for him to just, like, go into something that can punish this right now. And look at that. That is a very quick robotics bay.
Cool. We might have some drop play.
Aw.
Some droppage.
Yeah.
Some dropage.
Some dropage.
Some dropage.
Oh
as the
my
French
God.
would say, some dropage.
Yeah, that's actually how it's pronounced.
Dropage fromage.
Funka told me that, actually.
That's right. Yeah, Funka. Yeah, because you guys are wanting to just ask Funka.
I'm like, what do you call Overlord drops
And he's like,
in
it's,
this?
he
He's
said
like,
it's dropage. It's
Overlord dropage.
Le dropage, yes.
He said it just like that.
Yeah. The Adepts coming up. We're so dumb. The Adepts are coming up now, doing a lot of damage to this Queen. The Queen trying to zone out the Warp Prism. A success so far. He's not sure what he wants to kill with this.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is... the thing is, this doesn't really cost him anything. He's making a second Prism and getting Prism speed right now. I think he's going to do some true Globetrotter stuff here, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he's getting 2 Prisms right off the bat and Prism speed...
He's going to try to just dismember him, man.
Just non-stop harassment,
Yeah, hitting him all over the place.
Will this actually be okay? Will this actually work out? Because...
You're going to have to be like the Muhammad Ali of StarCraft to make this work, by the way. This is like...
And he's getting 2 Stargates
Whoa.
behind us. This is wild stuff, man. This is wild stuff. He's doing all this off 2 bases.
I don't understand. This is crazy. Okay, let's see how this works.
Yeah.
Now, this is either going to own really hard
You know
or
what?
it is
Maybe
going to
it's
suck.
double disrupt. Nope. Single disruptor drop. Okay. Gets that Nexus, but after the 2 Stargates started. So a little bit late on this third is the one thing that I'm super concerned about right now.
Here we go. He's going to be hitting from 2 spots. This is all going to come down to finesse. What? Okay. Kind of.
Okay, okay.
Gets a Queen.
Like, busting up Queens is pretty good. We do have a Spire on the way. He knows that there's 2 Prisms, by the way, because this one has full health. And as Tesa said, Protoss never repairs.
They never heal, man. The scars never go away.
Yeah. they're very deep people.
Oh!
Ooh!
That was it. That was the kind of play he needs to have. 6 drones killed. Good job.
That's really nice. We have a lot of Zerglings on the way right now, by the way. And look at this. He actually has just this very small Adept drop doing some work. Sees a lot of Zerglings out right now. 2 Oracles on the way. This is so cool.
This
what the
is
hell
really
am I
weird.
watching?
I don't even understand.
Like, this is Disruptor into 2 Stargate Oracle. And
Oh, don't show him. Okay,
Wow.
he knows. Too late. Got to be in a hurry when you're doing that.
oh
my
well.
God!
Okay, getting a few more drones here. Does move that Spore.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. He's killing,
my
like,
God.
every drone here.
This is a massacre.
This is crazy, man. This is so
13
many
kills?
drones that he's
What?
killed this game.
What is he at? He's at 50 drones now, so he's actually behind the Protoss. Is he going to do it again? I don't know if he can get in there.
Well,
Okay, that doesn't work. Never mind.
thing is, he can still... Okay, there's enough Zerglings out at this point. He's getting a little bit scared of this.
Good pickups.
I want to see the drone kill count total overall. Okay, we actually have Mutas on the way. We do have 2 Stargate Phoenix, though. I think that Hero is, like, going to do it, man.
Question is, would this ever work against Sue?
This is... Well, Sue's getting to watch this right now. The thing is, we've never seen anyone go this hardcore against drones, and when they do, it's with something like Adept, so it's very, very straightforward with how it works. But this is so different. This is like so many tech units harassing.
I don't know why these Mutas aren't all killing that. If he gets another shot off there, it's going to be bad. It looks like DRG is really eager to try to get in here before Phoenixes are out, but guess what?
Yeah, there's enough Phoenixes already that the Mutas are not a good choice. All right, a lot of drones being created right now. Okay, I do want to throw something out here.
Please.
Because this style that we're seeing out of Hero is really, this is very neat. I'm very excited
Well, we
to
just
see
don't
this.
get to cast stuff like this,
No,
man.
no one ever plays quite like this. This is so kill drone heavy. Now, this same kind of very technical kill a lot of drones style emerged in Brood War in this matchup from Bisu. And for a while, Zergs had a hard time. And then Jadon kind of figured it out. And the counter to it was actually to make additional hatcheries so you could replace the drones.
Look at this.
I just wonder if something like, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, like, he's having to spend so much larva making drones right now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, very true.
So I'm just throwing that out there. It's very interesting. Now, we do have Mutalist Corruptor being made. And this is the type of composition we could use that, see that crazy Corruptor ability being used.
That would be a treat. They're both committing to Airman. They're like not going to back down. There's going to be a battle of the skies. They're taking out more drones right now. Now he's going to have to back up once Corruptors get there. Corruptors just have too much bulk to them.
Yeah. Well, he's getting Blink as well, so that's going to be very, very nice against this. The thing is, Lings are going to be the ground unit of choice for DRG.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Just got to be a little bit careful about that.
I think Hero can actually win with just like a timing, though.
You think so?
I think so.
He might be able to.
He's got enough Phoenixes and he has enough Stalkers, and I think the Zerg ground, because he's killed off so many drones, might be inferior. I'm not totally sure because this is such a weird game.
Yeah. I think the Zerg ground is definitely inferior.
Yeah, right? Like, he has the gateways up.
I think it all comes down to just, can he kill off the Mutas? Like, will we see good enough micro on the Corruptors and Phoenixes and whatnot? Like, who wins the actual air battle? Because if he kills off the Phoenixes, his Mutas definitely kill the ground army.
But I think it's, the other way around. It's if Protoss can keep enough Stalkers alive, then he just wins, right?
Well, I think he has to kill enough Mutas. I think I think it's more about killing Mutas than...
Oh, why did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the story behind that War Prism.
But yeah, okay, so this is
Unsolved
really interesting.
mysteries.
This is how weird this game is, that we're actually trying to be like, okay, what is this battle about? And I think, yeah, it's the Stalkers don't even really make a dent in the Mutas. It's the Phoenixes being microed. So I actually think this attack right now is a mistake for sure. I really think so, because no matter what, his Phoenixes have to run away from the Corruptors and find a way to hit the Mutas, so the Mutas can actually engage the army here. Because he'll push forward with the Corruptors and the Mutas come in behind.
All right, the Lings are coming up now. And the Corruptors are actually fighting the Phoenixes.
The Phoenixes are attacking the Corruptors, and look at this. He's losing all these expensive units. Only his Stalkers have a chance of getting away. This was not the right time to attack with this unit comp. That is exactly, that is exactly what happened there. So he needed to actually just play the longer Sky game. He's not dead. It's definitely, the game is still going on. Like, Heroes killed so many drones at this point. But he has to actually win the Sky battle, which is getting me really scared from him, because if DRG can tech up and get Parasitic Bomb, that's insane. But the thing is, he might have enough Corruptors and Mutalisks coming up here that he can actually just fly over there and kill him. That's also a possibility.
Well,
I wonder, though, because
this is so weird, man.
Between Nexus Cannons and the Stalkers underneath, I guess he can't just fly over to kill him. I don't think either of them can kill each other right now.
I think the problem is that Protoss might not be able to get a 4th base for a while, but Zerg can definitely get a 5th.
Yes, totally.
I mean, it's going to be very difficult for Protoss to get further down to the bottom left, because that's 100% where Zerg's going to be expanding next. I got to say, by the way, Hero is really making this work with like just a small number of, even though Zerg like has the answer to beat Protoss's air, Hero's doing a lot of damage with these Phoenixes. He's just flying, and it's not like this is a difficult spot for Zerg to hold. It's actually very tough for Protoss to get in there and do anything with these Phoenixes. They just, all the Corruptors have to do is fly up and down and connect, but Hero's still making it work.
Yeah, he's really utilizing, tagging where that air army is and going to the other location, using that Oracle very well. I love the fact that he's going to try to do some Dark Templar harassment with this. It's always a good ad. Well, I mean, this is a pretty big counterattack coming in. He's going to be able to wipe this out very, very quickly. Denying a 4th base is a big deal.
Yeah, well, this is what I was talking about. It's not going to be a possibility for him to expand. But this is a good play. He's coming up there, taking out a lot of drones over there in the top.
Yeah, a lot of probes killed off as well.
This is a great move here.
Yeah, if he just targets down these spores like that, that allows him to come with the Phoenixes once again. Like, Overseers can be taken out very easily.
I don't think the Phoenixes are in position. They're actually headed up to the top.
Right. Well, at least this draws the Mutas down, I guess.
Okay, now he's just going to try to pick off every drone that's over here before actually backing up. So now we're at like 24 kills now.
Wow, this is such a wild game.
That's crazy. Okay, he's going to go for another harass over here. Now, this is really technical what Hero's doing, and I'm not sure how good it is versus just how hard it is to do.
Yeah, well, he's about to have, range on the Phoenixes, and range on the Phoenixes, they kill all Zerg air super duper dead. So he can actually, if he just sits and micros his Phoenixes, he will gain huge amounts of value. Look at this, he has the range now. If you keep these in a clump, he sees that there's no hive, so he's not afraid of Parasitic Bomb. He doesn't see any sort of infestation pit, and he's been all over the place, so there's no infestors. Like, these will absolutely kill every Corruptor and every Muta if microed well. And it's not like it's hard micro either.
No. It's actually some of the easiest micro.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got DTs hidden around the map.
One thing I do want to just throw out here, just like a little side note about using this many Phoenixes and how long the air battle is going to take. It can be very tiring on your wrist to continually click if you don't have an actual key binded to move. You have to have a key binded to move and hold the key down and just move your mouse.
Oh, that's smart.
It actually will kill your wrist because you have to click for minutes.
Carpal tunnel here
nonstop.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he has that key. I imagine he does. Everyone should have it.
Okay, he's coming up now. You can see Protoss is trying to expand forward here because he's eventually going to have to try to push in. Oh, big plays.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
The Archons in here are huge as well. But he's got to be careful about these Lings. I guess there's not that many Lings.
Okay, he's got the Archons in the front now.
Oh, God. The Muta's actually going up to the front here, but the Corruptor's coming in, dealing a lot of damage to these Phoenixes. The Phoenixes have to be microed back.
Okay, the Phoenix is taking a lot of damage, but DRG decides perhaps he should fight another day. The problem is that Phoenixes can actually pursue, as well as Stalkers, as you can clearly see here. So, is he actually going to need him low enough, though? That's the question.
Well, I mean, the Corruptors are almost dead. Like, a lot of them are very badly bruised here.
They actually both reset each other. They're 93 supply to 116.
God, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
Much lower supply for Hero, but he's actually got more cost-efficient units, I guess. But he's down to just 6 Phoenixes.
DRG might be in the same bad spot that Susan, where he's just on 4 bases. Granted, Protoss is on 3, right? But I mean, they're both not going to have a lot left over when this is all said and done.
He only has 5 Phoenixes. Look at this. A DT actually kind of wreaking some havoc over here in the meantime. he lost a lot of Phoenixes there. That's one of the problems. Like, when we keep the two mistakes of Hero this game, because he's played a really nice game with a really weird strategy.
Yeah.
But his two mistakes were the two move outs with his ground army, because the Corruptors force you to micro the Phoenixes away, and if you're microing the Phoenixes away, the Mutas help the Lings too much against the ground. So both times, that was a huge issue. If he hadn't done that either time, he would be way ahead. He'd have a fourth base that he could easily hold. He'd have way more Phoenixes. He'd have way more ground units. He needs to very slowly but surely whittle this army down, because DRG is just not teching up.
Yeah, well, this is, if you remember when DRG was at his best, he like just made this layer style.
Yes.
Like manly Zerg.
Didn't even think of that. Yeah. You're completely right, though.
This is like DRG's strength. This is just keep it at this tech and kind of outmuscle you, and eventually the game ends. And so this is DRG really sticking to what he's best at.
I totally didn't think about that, but that is absolutely 100% what he did in his prime. Like, Hive was just not in his vocabulary.
Oh my god, all right, the Lings are going to come up here. Now he needs to target down the Archons immediately, or the splash is going to be too much. The Archons do go down. I think there's too few Stalkers and too many Mutas.
Yeah, a couple Roaches actually mix in here. Does blink back, doesn't have Mothership Core. He actually flies in on top of it, realizing that he doesn't have enough.
I think that's it.
Going to be GG.
Yeah. All right, so our final match is EBZ, DRG against Sue.
All right, that was a kick-ass game. That was really cool, and it really does come down to the two move-outs being problematic for Hero.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it takes a long time to deal with Corruptors, but it can be done. If you have Phoenix range, I think you need to chase the flying army nonstop and whittle it down, and then move out with that ground army. So DRG muscles his way through this match and gets a ZVZ. And like we were talking about in the beginning, I think this is the one way that DRG can get out to the round of 16, is maybe taking some ZVZ matches here.
All right, we're going to have to see what happens. It's going to be two old-school Zergers from different eras duking it out for that final spot in the GSL Code S. We'll be back in just a little bit.
You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know.
Mr. V, it's yours. Yeah, and right now we want to try to move back.
언제나 있는 그대로의 맑고 깨끗함을 지켜가라고. 겨울을 잊은 강물이 내게 말했다. 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
빛에 몸을 맡겨라.
새로운 영웅은 언제나 환영이야.
오버워치 5월 24일 출시. 예약 구매로 누구보다 빠르게 친구와 오픈 베타에 접속하세요.
회의가 좀 늦게 끝나서.
아 그래요? 괜찮아요. 그냥 게임 몇 판 하면서 기다리고 있을게요.
아씨 뭐 하는 거야 알아도. 아 왜라고 좀. 뭐 철 만들었나 부서지지도 않네.
웬열? 와, 움직임이 끝내주는데. 아, 진짜 부드럽게 움직이네. 플렉스볼은 굴곡진 덕선에도 막힘이 없거든. 발음 조심하자. 나 덕선이라 그랬냐? 턱선에도 막힘이 없다고. 저게 면도기로 가능한 거네.
역시 대세답네.
대세가 뭐야? 전세 같은 거?
요새 애들 다 쓰지? 그게 대세야.
그래가지고 내가 저거 쓰잖아.
그래서 나도 저거 쓰잖아.
선우는 뭐 쓰지?
보라 누나한테 물어봐.
태기는 뭐 써?
덕선, 너 나한테 왜 그러냐?
덕선이는 아직도 좋아. 야, 마이콜은 뭐 쓰냐?
2,500만 명이 응답한 플렉스볼 아직도 안 써보셨나요? 질렛, 남자를 위한 최상의 선택.
K3에 지치지 않는 열정으로
Passion is my fuel. The new K3.
신제품 브라운 시리즈 3를 소개합니다. 몇 번의 움직임만으로도 빠른 밀착 면도와 최적의 피부 편안함을 선사합니다. 전에 없던 빠른 속도를 경험하라. 신제품 브라운 시리즈 3 Only from Brown.
땀 타협하지 않기에 멈추지 않는다. 말이 아닌 땀으로 보여줄 것이다. 땀 흘리는 순간의 게토레이드.
지금 바로 여기 여기요.
치킨 먹고 갈래. 한 번 맛보면 매니아가 된다. 치킨 매니아.
자네가 그 치킨 매니아인가?
RC 세대 교체를 위한 입단 테스트가 시작된다.
이렇게 구우면 어때요? 기가 막히죠?
CF가 대세긴 한데 다음
우리도 한번 봅시다. 단장 양반 입단 테스트.
크리스탈 하츠포 카카오 지금 다운로드 받으세요.
피자통, 떡볶이통, 짬뽕통, 보쌈통. 대한민국 모든 배달음식 통을 응원합니다. 배달은 우리가 돕니다.
피자 마루 지금 먹고 싶어. 피자 마루 빨리 먹고 싶어. 너무너무 맛있는 피자 마루 최고야. 오히려 피자 마루.
전설이들 당신의 이야기가 시작된다. 드래곤 아이드 지금 시작합니다.
내가 한마디만 할게요. 잘 들으세요. 제가 생각 많이 했는데 꼭 해야겠어요. 거짓말하는 거 아닌데 지금 중대 발표합니다.
사줄 수 있는데 일부러 안 잡고 본인도 왼쪽으로 크게 돌아갔어요. 이렇게 됐다는 건 먼저 자신의 본인이 잡겠다는 거거든요.
네, 자 울트라 병력 올라갑니다. 200대 200대 싸움이에요.
신균,
옥천이요. 자 이번에
구동준 먼저.
아, 신균 잘 들어갔고 뒤쪽에는 유령.
근데 유령도 괜찮게 싸웠어요.
자, 기회된 것이 옵니다. 위에 유령이 버텨주고 있고요.
그래서 잘 싸웠어요.
네, 자, 밴드 남기죠. 유령 좀 살립니다.
시드로서 선언하겠습니다. 그날만큼은 제가 악마가 돼서
잘생기고 착하신 준호야. 주말에 족발집도 많이 가고
좋아해요. 느낌이 너무 좋아요.
평소에도 정말 진정한 형이고
사랑해요. 복수하고 싶습니다. 구걸하고 싶진 않고
수혜자는 한 명이기 때문에
바꾸는 거 저와 상관없다고 생각하고
죽음에도 걸리든 죽음도 걸리든
올라갈 사람은 올라간다고 생각해요.
누구든 도발하면은 바로 저도 맞도발도 하고 이렇게 좀 재밌게 할 생각이니까 많이 기대해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Hot 6 GSL Season 1 Quarters.
It's now time for the final match in the round of 32. 15 slots have been filled. Only one remains. Two Zergs from two different eras. DRG against Sue.
All right, this is really the way that I saw DRG possibly getting in. Still definitely favoring Sue. He just seems to be in better shape lately, but DRG has shown some pretty strong play tonight, so you can't count him out completely.
Remember, DRG teamless right now, where Sue, probably on the best StarCraft 2 team that there is.
Yeah.
It's going to be a crazy match. And after this, we will have cemented the 16 players who are in the round of 16, getting us that much closer to the GSL Code S champion.
By the way, 5 Zerg, 5 Protoss, 6 Terran.
Most balanced
Anyone
game
who's really angry about balance probably should just go practice, because you're not good enough.
Probably stop talking, start playing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to start this out on Dust Tower and see who the final player is to survive the round of 32 will be. In the upper right, in the blue, he is
동래구.
Thanks for coming down, guys. We love you. DRG always has that kind of Terminator-looking face on. The start of the game. Bottom left, in the red, the boy named
SK Telecom T1 Sue.
Sue. Is today one of our shorter days here?
It feels short.
It
feels really fast today.
Check my phone. No, it's like normal at 9:30.
It's a little bit fast.
A little bit fast, but I think we'll probably end at the normal time.
We will see about that. But yeah, man, it's been actually a very good night of StarCraft, to be honest. Like, there was some one-sidedness as Deer rampaged through, but
yeah, Deer kind
overall,
of massacred everybody in his group.
Really liked that last series a lot.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really, really cool. So,
Adidas, you know what that stands for?
What does it stand for?
All day I dream about StarCraft.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Korn was once a band. Did you listen to Korn when you were a kid?
No, not really.
I listened to Korn when I was a kid.
Lord, yeah. No, I didn't really listen to them. No. I got my ID from one of their songs, but yeah.
Artosis?
Yeah, Cameltosis is where I got the Tosis from.
Oh, wow.
Even though I didn't really care for the song.
You were pretty mature back then, huh? You were pretty... Oh, Tosis.
Oh, tassels.
Letosis.
Oh, the tassels.
The tassels. The great caster.
The tassels are so long.
His casting is unmatched. I could really go with that French accent.
Yeah,
man.
you're really great.
Knock Todd out of the business, man. I just start casting a French accent.
They love them all.
They love them all. Well, that's good. No favorites here, okay? That's the way it should be. But let me tell you guys, the viewers definitely have a favorite here.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
I wonder who
not.
that is.
Actually, maybe
I wonder
not.
who that is.
Maybe not in this match.
Yeah, no, these guys are both very loved, I think. In fact, Hero's very loved. Deer is probably the one with the least love out of all of them, if I had to guess.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Yeah.
So we have both of them going for Baneling's Nests.
Yeah, the third base going to come up for DRG just slightly faster, but this is all basically the same. We just have to see if anyone makes a big plume of lings here. because this is like generally going to be used as a defensive Baneling Nest, but as these thirds come up, that's a very wide open area. It's definitely somewhere where Ling Bane aggression can be used, but I don't know if anyone's going to actually do it. Like, we should see a few Banes made, a handful of Speedlings, so they can continue to scout and make sure they aren't caught off guard completely, but yeah. I don't think anyone's going to go crazy here.
Yeah, we're still waiting. I mean, ZBZ early on, guys, it really can be summed up by the production tab.
Oh, yes.
You
much better than
us.
us.
Yeah, we don't even need to be here, okay?
Yeah.
I think Google's going to make a thing that just casts better than us, and we become obsolete, okay?
We have a caster battle thing, get 3
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, we have to outcast the Google casting bot. Then we find out that
and the Google casting bot will cast with each of us.
That's
and
right.
to destroy us, when it's casting with you, it's going to ask you a math problem. That's going to make it win that.
But I'll have to counter it with enough dank memes that they just can't quite come up. The only way we're able to come out on top is for some reason I talk about Battletoads or something unrelated, and he's like, error, error.
I definitely noticed, I really enjoyed actually the commentary of the Go match, but there's a distinct lack of Battletoads talk. So
yeah, I noticed that.
That was kind of weird.
I was like, why are they talking about the 90s? I don't understand. Okay. Not many drone kills so far.
Yeah, just a little bit of poking in. I mean, it gives some nice scouting at least. They're both going up to layer, so definitely could be seeing Mutalisk play.
2 kills there.
Oh, yeah. That was 2 kills.
Pretty good play there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed with that.
All right.
He's not as good as me.
2 is something. It's better than 1.
I'd like to say that I'm better than the pro gamers, but I don't have enough time to play.
Well, it looks like this could be a Spire battle, Tesis.
Spire boys. It's time.
So, Spire versus Spire. Lots of Mutalisks. Maybe eventually Infestors. Maybe eventually Vipers. One of the common ways that we've been seeing Muta versus Muta play out recently is...
Oh my god! That was close.
No one really overcommits with their Mutalisks. And eventually we'll see like double Evo come up for a lot of Zergling upgrades because you have to run them all around. And probably tech towards Ultras. I have liked a lot the way Dark has been doing it, where he, sometimes he'll go Lurker instead and kind of use that as a defense, but he uses that mostly against Roach.
Right.
So let's just wait and see, who's going to throw up Evos? Is anyone going to get too aggressive with the Mutas? Because in Muta versus Muta, I mean, by the time you fly across the map, look at how close the Spires are. Look how close the gas is. If you fly across the map, your opponent has more Mutas because his hatches are closer, so you can't do it, really.
It's a bit of a conundrum. One thing to note in Muta versus Muta as well is who actually starts killing the Overlords in the middle of the map first. Because if you can get lights out on your opponent and you still have some of the Overlords there, you got a big edge, man. You can actually start to bully them.
Well, right now we do have Mutas making for both sides. 1 more for DRG, but that gives them a little bit later KR pace. Probably not a big deal at all. They'll have that finish right around the same time. Of course, we'll get those attack upgrades afterwards. But yeah, this is... I actually really enjoy Muta versus Muta play. I think that it's so exciting.
Okay, Mutas are out. He's going to be able to combat the Zerglings here from DRG. DRG, he had an option to either try to go into the main or run back, and he chose the safer of the 2.
I like it a lot. The thing is, you have to continually make Lings and maybe just a few Banelings here and there because the Mutas can't be everywhere, so Zergling counterattacks are very powerful, and that's why we see the upgrade start, especially considering that you can get into Ultras. Because eventually the Mutas can be blown up. Parasitic Bomb and Fungal Growth are very scary things, so if your Mutas do get blown up and you don't have Ultras and your opponent does, you lose.
Yeah. We've seen this is indicative of even StarCraft 1 Zerg vs. Zerg's armor plays a larger role than attack, and that's because Mutas have these glaives that bounce, in case you didn't notice.
Yeah.
And because of that, you have, with the glaives bouncing and hitting more than one Muta, you need the armor always. +1 attack Mutas to +1 armor. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, is he going to lose one? That harass wasn't worth it. If he does, he doesn't. Wow. That was a nail biter.
These guys are so good.
Yeah, they are, really.
Truly they are, but...
To get in there and kill 2 drones and then get out at that moment...
Well, considering the risk-reward...
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's cray.
Cray. So, we actually have some pretty good presence here on the map for DRG. DRG is actually the one who ended up being the initiator. I actually thought it was going to be Sue. in this case. Let's see which one was the wiser choice. Now he's pulling the mutas back. This is like so dicey.
This is while he throws his lings in. He actually has a few more lings than Sue.
By the way, +1 attack now starting here for Sue. Slightly ahead. The armor finishes just a little bit quicker.
Now look at this what DRG is doing here. Oh god, he just barely gets out of there. But because he had more lings, look at this. He actually is trying to force mutas back
so that
he can do things, and he did kill that gas at that 4th base. So that gives him just a tiny advantage that way, but he lost a muta doing it, so it's not really as big a deal. But killed a bunch of drones at the 3rd base as well with that ling attack. Like, DRG's playing great right now.
DRG might actually be able to take this, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Look at this.
You know,
he's
making it work. He's pulling him away again. The links are over here.
All that matters for the thing is, if Sue has more mutas, he definitely could still win, but it's too close. They're within 1 muta. Won't get the hatchery. Maybe that was a little bit much to hope for.
Mutt City.
I feel like we need a new word for how many mutts there are.
Mutt.
Whoa!
That's why I'm here, guys.
Tasteless.
Yeah. Some kind of a genius.
Holy crap! That was actually very brilliant.
Yeah.
Like we
that's
normally
at least
call
one more
mutts.
Yeah. Then
we call mutt, and that's just like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mutt, row your boat gently down the stream, Tosis. All right, guys, I'm going to go home. Dan's going to solo cast now.
Yeah, no, I mean, you deserve a
I
rest.
finally casted enough GSL in Pro League that I've officially gotten brain damage. I'm going to have to go home.
Yeah.
Okay, so +1 attack is just about to finish here. Oh, my god, the timing here is very important. He needs to get that attack upgrade done in time. It's not finished. It's Muta versus Muta.
Oh, my god. And wait, I mean,
it's going to be done like right when this attack should be swung.
Yeah,
but
and it's like, wait, it's actually swinging towards DRG in a big way now, and we are going to, look at that. And Sue was smart enough to realize it was swinging. He gets out only 1 muta down. Now, one thing to note, oh god, I'm getting chills. This game is awesome.
Yeah, this is
There
great.
were a couple lings under it, I believe, when this started.
And lings can soak the glaives, guys. That's
and there was
important.
an Overlord there, too. So the Overlord, I'm sure, took at least a few hit points of damage, so that's important. The +1 attack finishing, obviously important, and a Queen came up. And so you put all that together, and Sue had to run. That was a good decision because it can start to snowball. Even if it's a 1 mutalisk advantage, when there are things like an extra upgrade or an extra Queen there, it can actually really swing it.
I'm not sure where the moment was in the early game, but DRG just seemed to pull a lead. I'm not sure if it was before or after he was out positioning him, but he seemed to like really approach this in a better way than Sue.
Yeah, I think it was the extra Zerglings. The extra Zerglings getting those extra drone kills, and just the fact that he was able to, via Zergling harassment, because the Zergling harassment makes the mutas kind of fly back and forth and stay in the same place. So that allowed DRG to kind of poke the gas a bit more and whatnot. You notice neither of them are making a single baneling. This is literally just muta.
It's so gas intensive. Oh my god!
Finally, he actually does make a couple banelings. That's a big deal.
That was a big connector. Now note he's actually trying to take the gas out. It might look like there's not much happening. Whenever he denies the gas, that's less mutalisks in the long run. So this is pretty scary. The transfusers on the extractor, totally appropriate.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Like, this is so many mutalisks. Like, they are actually just going so ham with these mutas.
Oh, my God. All right, another attack upgrade here from DRG.
I want to see the actual mutalisk amount.
You can almost one-shot the extractor.
Yeah, this is a super mutalisk ball. Oh, my God. He's actually behind enemy lines
Oh, my God. Now, this is so dangerous.
Sue
he can actually
is
come
in front of him.
If Sue deems that he's ahead, he can actually swallow this all
Sue
up.
looks like he wants a counterattack. And that baneling messes up all the math there for DRG's lings.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. And does DRG actually have more? We don't know the numbers here.
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah,
there are so many mutas.
Does Sue have enough?
I think DRG has enough.
Yeah, it looks like
he's got
DRG
the queens
does.
under it. Yeah,
DRG does
has
have enough.
But the queens here from
Sue
Sue
God,
are... Oh, no, wait.
The queens throwing down some transfusions. He does force him back. Okay, 19 to 10, though, yeah. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
What's
DRG
going on here?
Good, man.
Guys, that wasn't supposed to happen.
This is like the 4th time I've gotten chills during this game. DRG just took out Sue. Head-to-head, same strategy. They had the same build order, until like the mutas were basically popping out where DRG had more lings. DRG just outplayed Sue straight up.
Sue is on SK Telecom, the best team of all time.
Yeah.
DRG is not even on a team.
Yeah. DRG has never been on a Kespa
Maybe
team.
DRG is the team.
I'm on Team DRG
Team
right
DRG,
now, buddy.
man. It's no longer about Twilight, no longer Team Jacob.
I know
it's
that
Team
you're
DRG.
on Team Jacob, but I'm on Team DRG.
Yeah, yeah. That was crazy.
He's a wereling.
He's a wereling. He's a mutt pyre.
Oh, mutt pyre! Oh my God!
He's a mutt pyre.
I would watch those movies
drinking
and
the
they turn
blood
into
on other
mutalisks.
mutts.
Yeah. Oh man, at nighttime they just turn into mutalisks.
That's right.
That would be amazing. Sparkly mutalisks. So dreamy.
These mutt pyres are still in high school. Okay. This is game number 2, DRG versus Sue. In the upper left, in the blue, he is
동래구
Interview with a mutt pyre. We're so weird.
Which? Hold on.
Bottom left in the red, he is.
Which,
T1 Sue.
Tasus, which Twilight movie is your favorite? 1, 2, or 3?
I don't even know. I've never seen any of them. First one?
That isn't what you were telling me before, Tasus. You don't need to be ashamed. I know that you like Twilight.
Okay, two is the best. I've read all the books like 100 times.
Yeah. Well,
you saw the Twilight movie, right? Didn't you go see Twilight with Rhett? I'm not even joking.
Yes,
You
with Liquid
actually-
Rat.
Yes.
When he lived in Korea, he wanted to go see a movie, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go with you. And he chose, and it was Twilight.
Wow.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
We had a good time. It was at least as good as the Avengers, you know? Twice as good as Transformers.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Do you remember that time that we told Wolf to watch this movie, and we said it was like an art movie, and,
Yeah.
it was The Human Centipede?
Yeah. It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
so-
no, it's really good. It's like you have to just watch it, but like just put it on.
He was a little bit confused.
And then like that scene where he finally kidnaps him and the doctor's telling him what he's going to do, and you can see Wolf, he's like cringe. He's like, what is, oh my God. Like,
oh, good times.
yeah, good times.
We're good friends.
Yeah, we're good people. Yeah, yeah.
You and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. So, in this case, they're hugging the left side of the map, which makes it a little bit tricky for muta engagement. In the last map, it was like bottom left versus upper right. So there can be moments where the mutas are in different spots. But if you're going to try to go around, you spend more time flying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, it's this is really close by air. I don't know if we're going to end up seeing another Mutalisk versus Mutalisk type of battle, just because of how good DRG did.
It's like
If I'm Sue, I'm probably not looking for that.
Okay, one fork in the road here. One player going for a Baneling's Nest, the other one going for the Roach Warren.
All right. It is DRG going for the Roach Warren, so he's actually going to be the one mixing up, despite the fact that, you know, he really did outplay Sue in that last game. Both taking their third base at the same time here.
Ling's continuing to do a good job scouting here. He needs to check and find that Baneling's Nest. That's really quite important, I'd say, for the early game. Where did he actually put the Baneling? It must be in the main. I guess I don't see it here.
It's just in the main base. The thing is, like, it's easier to guess, I think, that there's a Baneling Nest than a Roach Warren. So this is a little bit tricky from DRG. And the interesting thing is, if you both are going, like, one is going Ling Bane and the other one goes, like, Roach, mostly Roach with maybe some Lings, if you can target down the Banes, then suddenly the Roaches tank, like, really good damage from the Zerglings. So this is kind of interesting what DRG's going for.
Now, we saw a good amount of Lings being produced, but he didn't keep to producing the Lings. And here's the Roach Warren now for Sue starting up.
Third base. Looks like he wants to hit it.
Now, you got to
Roaches
remember,
come out.
the Lings can go around this. They don't have to engage. They're much faster than the Roaches. So
They certainly are. In fact, they are going to start to go around here.
And
Has
there's-
good vision with that Overlord as well. That's
Yeah.
really making it hard for DRG to move his units correctly, to be honest. Like, he can easily run into that main. He might be afraid that there's a Baneling up there, though. That is a possibility.
that would be a bad way to go down, too.
Yeah. because that could be a game loss if he runs into a Baneling. So he's backing up. He has his own Roach Warren on the way. A couple Banelings and 7 Roaches being made. But DRG is streaming across the map right now. If he can target down, if he can target down those Banelings, I mean, maybe the attack could do some damage, but looks like he does turn around.
Well, this can be used as pressure. Oh my God. Okay, the Lings are going to get out.
He forced a pretty good amount of units, I guess. DRG going back into drones here. How many Roaches has Su made? Like 10? Just a little bit more than 10, like maybe 12?
Well, it's now Su's turn to try to put on the pressure. He has the more complete unit set up. He's got Banelings, Lings, and Roaches. So
yeah.
The DRG has a pretty good spread here, so the Banelings can't be optimized, and he can kind of defend everywhere.
Ooh, trying to pick off a Roach here. He will get it, too. It's kind of a nice little pick off, I guess. Su pulling back, getting his Roaches mixed in here, too.
Got to be careful, because you can actually surround those Lings, or those Roaches with your Lings, and then they can't get away. And then your Roaches pick the fight. 10 more Lings being made here. Possible indicator that, you know, he's still a little bit threatened right now.
These guys are playing on the edge of their seats right now. Like, they are both going in and out of units and drones, and they're matching each other almost perfectly in this. Like, they really have a great feel for what's going on.
This is actually a lot more technical.
This is really
than
impressive.
Sometimes we give credit for.
Yeah.
This moving the balance of the Lings, Roaches, Banelings, and then making drones, and then having them positioned right, knowing when to attack out and when to attack in.
There's a lot of sense, like StarCraft sense.
Yeah.
They used to call it Star Sense in StarCraft 1 with what they're doing as well, because this isn't like a builder, like, and then 3 Roaches, and then 4 drones, and then 5 Roaches and 2 drones. That's not... It's not like this is something that they can write down on paper. There's a lot of feel going into this. There's a lot of poking around with their units. There's a lot of watching how units are moving around to try to figure out exactly how many units that they actually want of each type and when they can drone.
Okay, the Roaches are going to come back now. This is keeping DRG in a defensive posture. I'm not sure where exactly the two players want to take the game from here because they kind of have the same stuff.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we see ZVZ where you're going head-to-head and it's just the truly insane race, and then other times it's like 2 completely different builds.
This is a crazy game, man. Look at, I'm getting like sick chills. This is like, this series so far, these two are really well matched in ZVZ. If you just like look at how this has been going, this is kind of crazy. They're staying really even, but now they're actually really changing where they're going. DRG is going into Spire. Su really focusing on Roaches right now. I feel like this is better for Su. He's going to have a really overwhelming army. He's even mixing Ravagers. A lot of extra Roaches. We have DRG with more Lings right now, but the Lings aren't going to matter as much.
Yeah, DRG wants to take this to a further point in the game.
Yeah.
But Su is much more interested, as we can see here in ending this now. So it looks like DRG may try to run around and pull this army back. This is not the most nimble army that Su has.
No, but
it's clunky, but it's strong.
You know what? He's not going to turn around, though. He's just going to go for it right now. Now, we do have Ravagers and Roaches being made for DRG. Now, the one thing about DRG's spot, if he can hold off this attack, he should be able to win this game because he has that Spire coming.
Okay. Oh, my God. Huge connects there. Artillery raining down right now onto Su's army.
Some good defense so far by DRG.
Very important he comes in on these 2 angles right now.
There's a lot more Roaches for Su out right now. He is sending them up. Do we actually have mutas being made by DRG? I'm unsure right now.
I don't. It's hard to say.
Okay, he's staying on ground units. He's a little bit too scared of what's going on here. Thing is, if this stabilizes, if this gets normal, like all he has to do is hold this right now from Su. Because if he does, he makes mutas and he kills all the Ravagers and he kills all the Roaches and he wins.
Note the well-placed corrosive vials there, kind of in the back or in the middle of that army, so really forcing him to run. And he's beginning to push out now.
Oh! Corrosive Vials hitting for DRG here. Looks like Su going to miss all his once again. Oh, maybe one hitting there.
But a better angle right now for Su. He's locked this in. The hatch is much harder to defend, and it may end up just inadvertently going down.
You know what? That's okay, because Su actually only has 3 hatches as well right now.
That's true.
So
very true.
Actually, a Corrosive Vial hitting that Baneling as well.
Right before the Queen can come out.
DRG he's still holding all right. Like the Corrosive Vials are really keeping him in this.
These guys are microing their hearts out. DRG smells blood in the water. He's going to try to dive on top.
Oh, man, yeah, he is. He realizes that the rally points for Sue are really far away. He's picking off a lot of units here. Sue has to run away for now.
And the hatch is immediately being remade.
Okay, we do have some Hydras on the way, which is anti-air, but now we see DRG going to mutas. And when you're both starting these units at the same time, like, Hydras in the straight-up engagement should end up winning, but the mutas can just fly circles around them.
Okay, so he's at least got him forced back on his side of the map. We, again, do not see a fourth base right now being constructed here for Sue. No, I spoke too soon. There is one.
Okay.
Just now it started at the bottom.
Yeah, they're both taking their fourth bases. This all really does come down to these mutas, though. Yeah. And look at this. He's getting attacked. That's what you do against this type of composition. You don't need that armor, obviously. You just want that attack. And look, he can fly in, kill some drones, and that's going to probably force Sue into a counterattack. Then he brings his mutas back for defense, and that's where it's decided.
Okay, you notice he made a beeline with those mutas. He's coming here just getting these drones. Now you got to be careful. Cannot afford to lose a mutalist. Nice transfuse there on the Hydra.
Yeah, that's
good
really
play.
good. And okay, so is Sue not going to attack? It looks like that might be his choice. That he's saying, okay, if I go to attack you right now, I die because I can't quite beat you yet. But he is making this army.
Oh, no, he's going to go for it, man.
Yeah,
10
a lot of
Banelings.
Hydras in the way, and the Banelings with Baneling speed is a great move because if he can connect on the Hydras, that's it, man.
Hydras are KO'd, man.
Oh my God, this is crazy. So well played by both sides right now. Sue coming up, decent amount of Hydras. That Baneling speed, it's getting closer. Oh man.
The Banelings are done. He's making some more pressure here on the hatchery. Keep in mind, Sue does have a hatch at the bottom here.
Yep.
So it's very important that this hatch stays alive right now for DRG.
DRG picking off anything he can at the moment. These speed banes are going to do big damage, even to the roaches at this point.
Speed almost done. It looks like it's time for DRG to move out.
All right, Sue is actually going back into defensive posture here. This is just awesome by him, but it looks like DRG is going to roll through. He's going to go for an attack. There's 25 Hydras, 20 Speed Banes. If he gets a decent connection, his 13 meters will clean up the rest.
Okay, more and more Banes being made, and the attack
This
is
crazy.
underway.
Here we go, Tasteless. A lot of Speed Banes coming in right now. Going for the Hydras. He actually gets quite a few of them, but there's a lot on the right-hand side as well. Not enough for his mutas to do anything real.
He actually pulls all the way back. Now, note that the supplies are ahead right now for DRG. I actually thought he was going to attack it again with the Banelings, but I guess he wants to just have this insurmountable number of Banelings so he can actually get in there and just do the damage.
Yeah. The thing is, if he does get enough of those Hydras, the mutas win. He's making more mutas and more Banelings. This is crazy. DRG really pulling out all the stops here.
He's pulled some of the Hydras back. He might even want to try doing that and then attacking into the front, rotating around with the mutas.
Well, right
Since
now,
the mutas just have to be answered if they're attacking you. You can't ignore them.
By the way, this is awesome to see Infestors popping out right now for Sue.
Yeah.
This is not for the mutas. This is for the Banelings. If you throw down a fungal on the Banelings, you're going to probably win the game.
That's a very good point, Artosis. That's his ticket out into the third game here. Question is DRG going to let him have it? By the way, Sue's now been on a fourth base for longer than DRG has been.
Yeah,
That's
DRG's
mining.
just...
He's reaping the benefits of that.
He's not even mining from his fourth yet, DRG, so that is really rough, as you say. All right, look at this. He's actually going to catch a piece of this army. All right, the Banelings do roll in. The muta's on a side that I don't think actually has any Hydras, so that's actually really good. A lot of free damage there. Does fly into the spores there for a moment, but it looks like Sue might have enough.
Oh, this is a great play. I think Sue might have done it, man.
Maybe.
I think he knocked him back far enough. It's been reset here. He's still making mutas.
You know what? I think he might have been able to dive on those Hydras right there. Maybe? This is getting really tough. This is like you never really see these armies fighting each other that much.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. Sue has really kept his cool during all of this. We do have DRG going in the main, taking out that spore. Going to take out some drones as well. Forcing Sue on the defensive. More roaches on the way. Look at this. He's actually taking up. I bet you that this Hydralist den is just to go directly into a lurker den.
You might be right. He might want to have some kind of positional game where he actually gets in there, maybe even shoves him back with Banelings and roaches, and then sets up lurkers there.
Yeah,
and then it's just too hard for Sue to actually defend his fourth base.
Yeah, a few lurkers would change everything here. If he can actually get up to like 4 or 5 lurkers, then he can no longer really die to this type of composition. It becomes too hard for him to break through. So if he can keep him busy for this amount of time, and he has a lot of mutas, if he doesn't get fungled, he might be able to keep Sue back till that Lurker Den is done.
You know, we haven't barely gotten to see the fourth base of DRG. I'm really curious how much he's actually mined from that.
I mean, the mini-map,
because he wasn't mining from
like
it immediately.
Yeah, he wasn't. I think he was kind of busy harassing and stuff. I think he's fully mining. Okay, we see the main is almost completely gone. Thanks, Observer.